Okay. All right. It says we're live now. There's going to be a little bit of a delay from me saying this to y'all seeing it, but we're here. Woohoo! All right. So what's up, everybody? What's up? Making sure y'all can see me and hear me okay? Is everything good? Can y'all hear me? Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Is all good? Let me make sure everything's good. I'm seeing lots of hellos, which makes me think we're good. There is a 30-second delay between what I say and what y'all see, and, vice versa. So, sorry. Oh, see a whole lot of highs and hellos. So, I think y'all can see me and hear me. I'm gonna keep looking just in case. But yeah, I'm seeing lots of highs and all goods. So I think we're good. I'm having to yes. Okay, I'm seeing lots of yeses. Yes and yeps, yes and yeps. Okay, we're good. We're good. Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? You're doing good? You're doing good all as well? Yeah, I wanted to come on here because through the past couple of videos of this month, and then through the last couple of videos of this month, I've talked about big changes that are coming to the channel, and a lot of people have addressed questions that they had or concerns. And I just wanted to open up a live stream where y'all could ask me those kind of questions. If you don't have those kind of questions, you just want to hang out, that's cool too. It's not just for those questions. But yeah, that's basically what I'm here to do today, is just be more transparent with y'all and be like, hey, look, this is what I'm thinking, this is where I'm going, and this is what y'all should expect. And also, I'm happy to address any COPPA questions that y'all have, because I realized I never straight up talked about it after the big video. But before we get into all the questions, I just wanted to do a shout out to the sponsors of this live stream, Mickey Travels, and thank you, Mickey Travels, for sponsoring this live stream. So y'all know Mickey Travels, they're amazing. If you're going to book a Disney vacation, go book it with Mickey Travels. They are fantastic. They can help you book the vacation of your dreams with the best discounts, the best hotels, all the fast passes, anything you need to make your Disney vacation amazing, they can help you book it. Head down in the description of this live stream. You can get a link to go get your free quote today and see if you can make the vacation of your dreams happen. So, yay! All right. Okay. So, to the questions. Okay. Hey. Okay. So, in order for me to do this, I have to, stop the stream at one point and just find a question. And it wasn't letting me for a second. I was like, no, I need to answer a question. Okay, here we go. Oh, are you still going to be doing impressions at the parks? Makes me happy when I'm sad. I assume whenever you say parks, you mean Disneyland, Disney World, all that good stuff. Here's the deal with that content and most of the content that I've been doing. If I come up with a really cool idea that I think really needs to happen within that realm of that video, then yes, I will definitely do it if I think I can add something new and different and awesome to that. So I don't think they're going to be quite as regular, but then again, I went and looked at the data, and I believe I have about 50 impression at the parks videos, which is great. But if you think on average, there's about 3 character meet and greets per event. I've met 150 characters, and a lot of them are repeats and everything, and I don't want to just go do it for the sake of doing it. I want to do it if I can make something really cool and unique with it. So, like, say a new character comes to the park or rare characters show up, absolutely, I will definitely go and do that. Or maybe I go to a new park, like I did that with Disneyland Paris. I was never there before, so I gave that a shot because I didn't know if the cultural things would be a whole difference. So yeah, if I end up going to the Asia parks this year, over Shanghai, Hong Kong, and Tokyo, or any of that good stuff, then sure, I would give it a shot over there. I don't know how well it would work, but I would give it a shot. So, because that would be different. That would be doing something new with it. Hello, Brian. Greetings from Finland. Hello, the Pelajopoika 50. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Really sorry if I butchered that. Hello, Carter Lovejoy. Would you like a Kingdom Hearts series on Disney Plus? Also, Kingdom Hearts Impressions fit in the future. I don't really know. If they started the Kingdom Hearts series like from the beginning and explained this insane story, maybe just so I could know what's going on. Cause I just can't follow this story, y'all. I just can't. I can't. I know everybody really wants to do that, but just good night. Oh, that story's just too nuts, y'all. It's too crazy. I would kind of enjoy Disney Plus show if they explained the story and made it accessible to everybody, especially for the people who just play game 1, game 2, game 3. There's 12 games in this series. It's crazy to keep up with. Oh man. Jabberjaw. Hi Brian, I think the Disneyland map that you opened in your mail video was the gift I got you. Oh, awesome. All I saw was Chinese writing. So I'm like, I have no idea what any of this means, but the map is cool. So thank you for that. Oh, and I didn't acknowledge, the studio has been all foamed out now. If you saw my Instagram, you saw me I went through and put up every one of these foam squares. It was a couple day process, but the sound in here is phenomenal now, and I'm loving every second of it. Okay, let me get back to some more questions. All right. Favorite underrated Disney movie from Rainbow Pixie? Probably Treasure Planet. That one is really, that one's really underrated. I understand why. There is some stuff in it that is really dumb, but the stuff that's really good, I think, really saves this movie at its core. So that's one I would love a live-action remake of, because the core is good, but there's a lot of stuff wrong with it. So, take it and make it your own live-action and actually make it really good. So I'm all for that. I'm all for it. Love your new setup. Thank you. What impressions do you find the hardest to do? Depends on what you mean. The hardest ones to learn or the hardest ones to keep going consistently. If it's consistently, it's Pumbaa. Pumbaa takes every ounce of my muscle fibers to keep the voice going. But hardest one to learn was Donald or Winnie the Pooh. They were both really tough. All right. What did you think of live action Aladdin? Not horrible. Not great. I had fun with it. That's basically what I say with every live action remake now, except for Beauty and the Beast. I really didn't like that one. Let's see. Why have you decided to stop receiving fan mail? I knew I was going to get this one eventually. As I explained in the mail video, and I also explained this on Instagram, the whole reason why is just because, there's multiple reasons why. But one of the big ones is I want to dedicate as much time as possible to creating good content. I realized that was a big problem of last year, was I was so focused on all these things that I would consider extra stuff that I had very little time to be creative and come up with new video ideas. So it just kind of became rehashing everything that I've done. And basically, if I can't come up with the idea and shoot it within 30 minutes, I literally don't have time to make it. So I wanted to cut out anything that I thought was taking time from that. And mail was definitely a big one because for security reasons, I ended up putting my mail in a completely different city from where I live. So it was a hassle to drive over there, get all the stuff, bring it back, then store it somewhere, which granted, I don't have a lot of storage room left, and then keep it and do all this. So it ended up just being a huge headache. I appreciate everything that was sent and all that jazz, but it just ended up to being a big hassle, a big time constraint thing. So in order to dedicate more time to the videos, I ended up getting rid of that. Plus, the types of videos that I want to make are going to veer more away from the mail opening type videos and into more big production type videos. Sure, I'll have a few that aren't quite as big production quality like the old stuff, but I want to make a good chunk of what I do, this stuff that takes weeks to make, but they look incredible. So that's why I did it. It just doesn't fit the new idea of the channel. It doesn't fit the new look of it. Not look. The new mantra of the channel, and it will save me a lot of time. Amy Gulemet. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. Obviously not a question, but thank you for all you do. I love your channel and the podcast you are doing. Keep up the great work. Have an amazing day, everybody. Thank you. That was very, very sweet. Okay, here we go. Hey, Brian, can you make a song out of Disney characters' famous lines? I don't know. I've never thought about doing that. That's interesting. That is very interesting. How many voices can you do? I don't know. I counted to 200 something one time and got tired. I don't know. It's over 250 something. I don't really know. Something like that. I dare you to do an impression of one of the Disney princesses. Well, I technically did that because in Tangled, I played Rapunzel as a dude. And I technically count that as Rapunzel, so... Here's Rapunzel from Season 3, Episode 5 of Tangled. Get your hands off me. Who's adorable? You're adorable. If y'all have seen Tangled this series, that'll make a whole lot of sense. So there's your Disney princess impression. And I can do Snow White. I've done Snow White quite a few times on this channel. Hey, Brian, which Disney you like? Disneyland, Disney World, Disney Paris? And that came from Fire Eater Gamer. I love all three. All three are fantastic, and I love them each for totally different reasons. I think Disneyland has got the best atmosphere in the fact that you feel like you're home. It's very intimate, and it's very, very warm and inviting, and I love that. Disney World is just a spectacle. Everything about it's just huge, and it's awesome, and you're just like, dang, they made that! And then Disneyland Paris is probably one of the most beautiful parks I've ever been to. It just, everything you see just oozes out beauty. It was just phenomenal. So there's things I love about each park. I don't think I could say one's better than the other. I don't know. I go back and forth about if I like Disneyland or Disney World more. Oh, now Disneyland Paris is in the mix. Dang it. I love them all. I don't want to have to pick. I love them all. They're awesome. Have you seen Cats? No, I have not, but I kind of want to see it just because of how bad everybody says that it is, because I kind of love really dumb, terrible movies. One of those, like, in an ironic sense. I'm not going to sit here and go like, oh, this is such a masterpiece. It's like, oh, it's so bad, but I have to laugh at how bad it is. That kind of thing. So I really want to see it, hoping to get a great laugh at how bad it is. So I'm hoping to really, I'll probably wait till it goes on streaming and I'll watch it then. We just want to thank you for all the great entertainment. Do you do any voices from Ratatouille? Kind of. I don't really do a whole lot from that. I can kind of do Anton Ego and Chef Skinner. I have a lot of fun with those, but most of the voices I'd say probably not. I haven't really tried a lot of Ratatouille stuff. I love the film. I just haven't really tried it. I tried a lot of Chef Gusteau. I mean, I can normally do Brad Garrett, so it's just Brad Garrett with a French accent. There you go. Darth Raylo 66 just wanted to say hi. Be blessed, man. Love your stuff. 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 18. P.S. Gurgi is my favorite that you do. Loves the black culture. There you go. I'm surprised somebody loves the black culture. Normally that gets steamrolled everywhere.
But Gurgi is very happy to hear that you love his voice. Much as increases for poor Gurgi.
I always have to like really think before I do them to be like, okay, you're not Stitch, you're not Gollum, you're not Jar Jar Binks, you're Gurgi. They're all basically the same voice, just slightly tweaked. Even I'd throw Elmo is almost in there too, but Elmo's a little more forward. You know, all that good stuff. April Hairwig. Hello, April. I love Frankenvoices and Star Wars. Which characters do you do from Star Wars? Yoda's my favorite one to do, but I will do a lot of characters from Star Wars. I've done Star Wars impression videos on here. I did like one of all the prequels and the original films on one, and then I did one for Force Awakens. I didn't do one for Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker because most of the characters were the same. There were a couple extras. I might do one that just throws in all the new stuff. I'm seeing lots of love for Gurgi. Gurgi. Lots of Gurgi. I love that. Do Goku's voice. I've never watched Dragon Ball Z a day in my life. I have no idea what Goku sounds like. I'm surprised I know that Goku is from. I'm surprised I know what he's from. There you go. Let's see. Excuse me. Any news on Bibbidi Bobbidi Bros podcast? Sorely missed. Okay. Yeah, this is one of the other things that I haven't really discussed publicly yet. At first, what happened was we honestly didn't mean to miss so much of the podcast recording. Like, we had sat down. This was just at a really bad time for both me and Paul because I was dealing with Kappa and he was dealing with work stuff. It was all positive for him, but it involved a whole lot of extra time for him because he's not like me. YouTube is my actual job. He just did the podcast with me for fun. He has a job, a real normal job. Well, even then his isn't that normal, but you know, all that good stuff. And we discussed it, and I told him, okay, after we get through all the feature animated films, I'm going to need a break because this is just taking too much out of me. And he was like, okay, that's totally cool. And then we just completely forgot to make, we were all, just that week was nuts after that. And we're just like, we totally forgot to make one. Like, it didn't even cross our minds when we were going to record it. And it's just week after week. And it's just, our schedules, our lives just got so nuts. Like, I could barely keep up with YouTube, let alone the podcast on top of that. So we just kind of said, look, it's going to be a hiatus. And then after the new year, we'll sit down and we talk about it. And we did sit down and talk about it. And as of this moment, I'm sorry, y'all, it's probably not going to come back. His stuff with work just got crazier. I realized that I took too much on for the past like 4 or 5 years. And I have to start cutting back or else I can't bring you guys good content. So right now, yeah, I'm not saying that the podcast is gone forever. It could come back. But as of this moment, I don't really foresee it coming back. So I'm sorry if that was kind of a big thing. It kind of snuck up on us too. Just so probably, I'm going to be honest, it probably won't. But I want to be honest with y'all as to why just our life situations have changed and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's the thing. How is your puppy? Sandy is good overall, but she's in that teenager phase. She is being a little turd. If y'all have been watching my Instagram, she chewed my Bible. And I was like, dog, do you hate Jesus? Do I need to call my pastor, do like an exorcist thing or something? I was totally just kidding about that. I know she's just a dog. She's just going to chew stuff. But she's been chewing on a lot of stuff that she shouldn't. But I think a part of that is this week I haven't really been able to spend a whole lot of time with her other than, you know, just a little bit of time here and there. So I've been trying to give her a little extra attention. And when I do that, she tends to act better. So I think she's mainly just doing all this to get attention. So I'm just trying to give her more of that. So like before we go to bed, I used to like pull my phone out and just watch videos until I fell asleep. But now I'll like sit there and play with her for like 20, 30 minutes and then I'll go to sleep. That kind of stuff. Yeah, we got some. Hi, Brian. My name is Lisa. What other impressions can you do that you've never done before? I love your impressions. Make me laugh all the time. I don't know of any offhand that I haven't done before. For the most part, if I can do it, I've done it on this channel. Well, at least the ones I've tried. There's a bunch that I haven't tried. I can't think of any offhand, so I'm sorry. Christina, hey Brian, have you seen previews for next month's Sonic the Hedgehog movie? Yes, I have. Can you do Ben Schwartz Sonic voice and Jim Carrey's Robotnik? No, because I have to go study the film and really learn their voice, because just doing an impression is more than just parroting what you hear from a trailer. I actually have to go understand these, understand the characters and understand their emotions and everything like that. And I can only do that after watching the movie. So since I haven't seen it, I can't really do an impression well for that. Robert, hello Robert. Answer in Scooby-Doo's voice. Will you do a meet and greet in Lubbock, Texas?
Lubbock, Texas? I don't know. I haven't ever been to Lubbock before.
I've never actually been to Lubbock before. Probably not, just because as of right now, I don't have a reason to go over there. I don't have like a show that I'm doing over there. I don't have family over there. I don't have... Basically, if I do a show, it's either... If I do an appearance out there or a meet and greet, it's because I'm doing a show out there, or I just happen to have family over there and I happen to be visiting, and I'm like, yeah, I got some time. Let's go do a meet and greet. But I don't have any family in Lubbock. I have family in Texas because that's where I'm from, but not Lubbock. None of my family's in Lubbock. Love for Paul too. Hello, humans and Gummy Ship. LOL. Appreciate your honesty and direction with everything you're doing. Thank you, Amy. I know that this is tough to hear. A lot of these were tough decisions, so I appreciate you guys being cool with this, because like I said, this is not just to sit back and do nothing. I am doing stuff like Bohemian Rhapsody. Y'all have been asking for that forever. I haven't seen that, but I've been kind of waiting for someone to ask for Bohemian Rhapsody. But I haven't seen any questions about that, so I'm going to answer it right here. It has been shot. That was one of the first things I did when I started January. First thing I did in January was I took a vacation just to clear my brain after Kappa. That was a nightmare. But I came back, and the first thing I did was I said, we're going to make Bohemian Rhapsody happen. So I got with my director. It has been filmed. He's editing it now, and he told me he's supposed to send me the first draft this weekend so I can approve all the shots, and then he's going to go off and make this thing insane. I'm so excited for this. So yeah, this is not just blowing smoke or something. No, it's been shot, and it's being edited right now. So you guys will get it in February. I don't know when in February, but you will get it in February. Oscar nomination thoughts, and who do you think will win Best Picture? My money's on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Parasite. To be honest, I haven't seen any of the Best Picture nominees aside from Joker. And I have a lot of mixed feelings about Joker. That was basically it. If you want my opinion on what's going to win Best Animated Film, I want Klaus to win. I really want Klaus to win. Sorry, Toy Story 4 fans. I know all you Frozen 2 fans are just mad it didn't get nominated, but I want Klaus to win. Klaus won my heart, y'all. Klaus won my heart. I love Klaus. How many years have you been voice acting for? From Red Raccoon. 5 years. Azriel Dreamer. Howdy, Brian. Do you hope for another appearance on Tangled the series? I would love another appearance on Tangled series, but they've already wrapped production on season 3, and they said season 3 is the last one. So I can't be on Tangled anymore. They're done recording. They ain't doing no more. But hey, if the directors of Tangled get another show and they want me on it, all they gotta do is ask. Basically, any part of Disney, hey, you're shooting something and you want me, all you gotta do is ask. I'll basically be there. Relaxing Disney. Hey, Brian, I love you. Your love for Christ. Thank you. I was wondering, could you do your favorite Bible verse and your favorite impression? Maybe? Have to find my favorite verse. Because, like, I partially have memorized it, but not fully. Here we go. Let's see. The Lord is good to those whose help is in him, to the one who seeks him. Lamentations 3:25. I know everybody thinks it's weird that my favorite verse is in Lamentations, but you know what? I don't care. I love Lamentations in a weird way, because I know it's a very depressing book, but the whole thing is like the first half is super depressing. The third half is like, hey, this dude just went through all this crud and he can still glorify God, and I'm just like, oh, that's awesome, and that's why I love it. G.U. Molly, can I get a hello? Yes, you can. What's up, G.U. Molly? What's up? Mega Exadrill. Hey, Brian, I watched your Frozen versus Frozen 2 video you did with Peter Hollins, and I saw you. Yeah. This is going to sound really dumb. So, when we shot the Let It Go thing for his channel, I shot a couple my little bits, while I was there for that. So I shot that so long ago, I totally forgot that I did it. And then Peter all of a sudden texts me out of nowhere. He's just like, hey, you want to go check it out before it goes live? I'm like, I forgot I was in this. And I'm like, why are you sending me this? And then I realized, oh, I'm on the thumbnail. I was in this. I totally forgot. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that now. What's your biggest voice acting goal? Well, to be quite honest, it's just to where I can make my living fully off of just doing voiceover. But other than that, it's to premiere my own Disney character. Like, if they're making a new Disney animated feature and there's like the comedic sidekick or something, I want to be the voice for that. You know, because the comedic sidekick is always my favorite. Um, Disneyland or Disney World? I love them both for completely different reasons, so I don't think I can pick. I mean, Disneyland is like home. It's like homecoming, but Disney World is an experience, and I guess I'd maybe pick Disneyland, but it's still, God, gosh, it's so hard. Um, are you going back to Disney Paris? I'd really like to meet you. At some point, I'd love to go back, but that was an expensive trip. I don't know if I'm going back super soon, but yeah, that would be a lot of fun. That'd be a lot of fun. That'd be fun. Have you ever played Fortnite? Nope, I have never played Fortnite a day in my life. Hey Brian, do an impression of Pluto the dog from Gotcha Joseph. Bow, bow. Hey, he basically just barks. That's basically it. Just checking one more time if you guys have any more questions about the channel and where it's going. I want to make sure that I'm as open and honest with y'all on as much of this as I can. Can you do an impression of Rick and Morty? Nope, never seen it. Hi Brian, will you be at Disney World anytime soon, like in February? I will definitely not be there in February. I was just there in January, so chances are I won't be there in February unless something drastic happens where Disney says like, "Hey, come out here, we'll give you a free trip to Disney World and like be in a video of ours." I'd do it for that. But otherwise, I don't have any plans to go at this moment, but I'm sure I'll go at least one more time for the end of this year. Most likely. Oh, have you ever watched The Lion King 2? Yep, I've seen everything Lion King related that I possibly can. Lion King 1, Lion King 2, Lion King 1.5, Timon and Pumbaa the series, and The Lion Guard. Yes, I watched The Lion Guard every single episode because I must know the canon. Plus, I have a niece who really loves that show. And not gonna lie, it was way better than I expected a Disney Junior show to be. Still not like on par with everything else, but for a Disney Junior show, it was surprisingly good. I will say that. Let's see. Can you do anime impressions? Nope, because I have watched pretty much no anime. Do you like the game Monopoly? Yeah, it's kind of a joke with my roommates. We have like 4 different versions of Monopoly, and we'll just like rotate between the versions. We love Monopoly. When I went to Disney World with them earlier this year that was my vacation, and yeah, I didn't film anything though. This was just me going to Disney World like a normal person who does not shoot videos at Disney World and Disneyland for a job. So I just went for fun, and we happened to find a Disney Parks Monopoly there. I'd never seen this before, so we got it, and it's this giant pop-up castle in the middle of the board. And then you actually have like a Walt and Mickey statue, a little partner statue that you put in front of it. It serves no purpose in the actual game, but it looks cool. Have you seen Frozen 2 yet? Yep. Yes, I did. I saw it right as soon as it came out. Lion Guard is canon? Yes, it is. A lot of people are confused on that. So let me talk about Disney Lion King canon for a second. I remember when this show came out, everyone lost their minds because they said, "How can Simba have a son when he was not at all in Lion King 2?" I'm not going to spoil nothing for y'all here, but let me tell y'all something. They worked hard to make sure that Lion Guard fit into the canon with Lion King 2, not with Timon and Pumbaa, the animated series, because let's be honest, none of that was canon, and we all knew that because that's just random craziness, but still a lot of fun. And if you haven't watched it before, it's on Disney+. Go have fun and watch that. Yes, Lion Guard is canon. Zira is in it, and so is Kovu, and Vitani, and Kiara, and everybody from the second movie. You see them there. Nuka's in there too. And they work hard to explain the timeline to be like, hey, look, it all works. The only part that doesn't quite work is that they got one continuity thing wrong, but it's something kind of minor. I'll let it slide. They imply that this all happens after Kiara meets Kovu, and Kion was born after that event. And so later, Kion meets them, and at that point, they are not where they were. Like, they weren't in the right place canonically if that was the case, but then Kion pushed them in the direction of where they would go. That's the only part that didn't quite work, like just their physical location, but everything else works. Like, they explain why Kion wasn't there for the events of Lion King 2. They explain all of that. So everybody who was mad that it doesn't fit in with Lion King 2, if you actually watch the show, you find out that it does. For the most part. There's that one big continuity error, but it's a minor one. So I don't care. I don't really care. So, yeah. I know everybody always wants to know if I've seen Lion King 2 and Lion King 1.5 and all that. Yes, I've seen everything Lion King that's canon. Everything at all. And that's how I got my scar when I led the God. Thank you, Eden Rahav. That was fun. Yeah. Yes, you actually find out how Scar gets his scar in the show too. So that's really they do a lot to answer a lot of questions in that. This is what I love about Disney right now, the Disney TV shows, especially Tangled. My goodness, they answer so many questions that we have and set up all sorts of new ones that just keep these shows these are some of my favorite shows that Disney's ever made, the stuff that's going on right now, especially Tangled and the new DuckTales. Although it's weird, when the new DuckTales started, they started off with this huge question. I was like, oh, they're gonna go there. So it instantly became my favorite. And then Tangled started off, oh yeah, it's a cute show. You know, it's fun. Seeing Rapunzel do some stuff. But then, like, as the show's progressed, DuckTales answered that question really, I think, a little too fast. And then kind of felt like they lost a lot of tension with me. Still think the show is great, and I'm gonna still watch every episode. But it kind of lost its luster with me. And I'm like, oh, the big thing that I was here, it's kind of resolved. I was expecting more, but hey, you're still giving me stuff that's fun. But then Tangled kind of said, like, oh, okay, this is fun. I'll keep watching, to being like, oh, dang, every episode I gotta hang on the edge of my seat. So if y'all haven't watched Tangled the series, and I'm not just saying that because I was in an episode, I mean, I was a fan like this before I was in it. Y'all, go watch Tangled the series. Not enough people are watching this. Go watch it. You can watch, like, the first 2 episodes on, not first 2 episodes, first 2 seasons on Disney Plus. Just go do that, and then pretty soon the season 3 will be on Disney Plus as well. Brian, please send me and my daughter Evangelina a shout out. Hello, Sarah and Evangelina. What's up? There you go. What about the Big Hero 6 series? I started that one. Honestly, I just really couldn't get into it. But then again, I never really got into the movie either. I will say this, I liked the show more than I liked the movie. And I didn't dislike the movie. The movie, I was always kind of like, I feel like you're knockoff Scooby-Doo, but Baymax is cool. That's all I got. I didn't hate it, didn't love it. I was kind of like, okay, that was pretty good. It's better than most of the stuff from the early 2000s, that's for sure. Way better than Chicken Little, so you're ahead of the game on that one. But I never loved it. I think the Nostalgia Critic said it best. He was just like, I've never felt a movie was I've never felt the movie was just so perfectly okay. Like, everything was okay. Nothing was bad, nothing was great, but just okay. That's really how I see Big Hero 6. And I like the series a little bit more because we actually got to dive into some of the other characters. But really, that was it. That's it. So, yeah, a lot. Everyone okay, can you do Five Nights at Freddy's voices? No, because they don't have voices. They just scream. Like, I never actually played Five Nights at Freddy's, nor do I want to. But I've seen gameplay of it, and it's just like, ah! Just every 2 seconds. And then the one dude on the recording. No, I'm not going to do that. That's not fun. The closest I got to that was Banjo-Kazooie impressions, but at least those are charming voices, not just to make a, scary noise. Not scary noise, a big, can't think of the word right now. Jump scares. Thank you. Oh, great. Charlotte, I love Chicken Little. I'm glad you do. Enjoy it. I do not. I think it's the worst Disney movie ever made. Onward! Yes! Darth Raylo 66 said it again. There you go. What's your favorite Disney movie, Brian? Lion King. That's why I have done, that's why I've watched everything Lion King possible. I want to know every ounce of lore for that. That's awesome. And another thing about Lion Guard is it's fun. I keep going back to Lion Guard. And another thing, it's fun to see, actual regulating happen within the Pride Lands. Because before, the only animals you ever heard speak were Timon and Pumbaa, Zazu, and then all the leaders of the Pride Lands. But now it's you've got the leader of the elephants, you got the leader of the antelopes, and you got the leader of the crocodiles, and he can sometimes be a little turd knocker, and, you see, rules and regulations happening, and, having to keep delegation in the Pride Lands, and working out some relatively difficult issues, especially for a Disney Junior show. They even tackled death. I was like, dang, okay. So, I will say this, I've just to see how it works on a day-to-day basis, even if it is in kind of a kiddie type segment, it's still really cool. Hunger Games, please. I've already done Hunger Game voices in a video before, and they were okay. Not really. I was a fan of the movies. My impressions are not that great, but I did a song with them. And that was about it. Let's see. Please make more drive-thru videos. Like I said with, I mentioned this in the mail video that I posted today as well. Like I said with the videos at the beginning, if I really come up with an idea that I think is unique and different and can really shine and be different, then yes, I will do more drive-thru impressions, but I'm not going to do it just for the sake of doing it. I want to really bring something new and unique to it. So if I can do that, yes, I will do more. Red Raccoon, did you enjoy the second Lion King film? Yeah, about as much as I can appreciate and enjoy a direct-to-video sequel. I don't really have a high view of them. However, I do have a soft spot for Lion King 2, because when I was a kid, I watched this all the time. I still have most of the movie memorized. And yeah, it's got a soft spot with me. I still think the idea of Zira and the Outlanders is just really forced, because it doesn't really make sense, because if they were really fighting with Scar, where were they at the Battle of Pride Rock helping Scar? Because every single lioness was on side. But, maybe they changed their mind later, which is, that feels forced to me. I don't know. I think that whole premise is forced, but then again, I can't think of a better storyline that would happen without making a forced contrived story, because it technically didn't need a sequel. But you know what? I will suspend disbelief enough, because at least it's probably one of the best of the direct-to-video sequels. I will say that. It's probably the best of the direct-to-video sequels, or at least it's up there. I've got a couple that I actually like, and not just tolerate, but I like. Lion King 2 is in there. Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch. Not Leroy and Stitch, and not Stitch the Movie. That started the show and ended the show. No, Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch, and Tarzan 2. I really liked those for some reason. They were cute. Fortnite Games, YouTube. What other locations are you going to do your live shows? Would you be able to do a live show in Louisville in the UK? And what are your best impressions you do? Best impression would probably be like Winnie the Pooh and stuff like that. I'd love to go do some stuff in the UK. I'd love to go to UK. I've never been to UK. But right now, I don't really have any shows planned over there. But if there's like a convention or something, or somebody wants me over there, and all they gotta do is ask, I'll probably come, and we can make a good deal. Did you get my drawings I sent in the mail? I probably did. I got a lot of drawings sent. I have a whole thing of mail that has been opened in my living room, not my living room, my studio room over here, and it's there. I got a lot of drawings, so I probably got yours. I think I did. So yeah, I think I got them. How Wheezy, what's up? Hi Brian, I'm Howie. Can you do a Forky impression from Toy Story 4? I've never tried Forky. I don't know. I've never tried Forky. To be honest, I only watched Toy Story 4 all the way through once, and then I watched bits and pieces after that. But I have been watching a lot of Forky Asks a Question on Disney+. That one, y'all, the What is Love episode That one had me rolling because of all the big cameo stars that they got in there and like how they made their names mesh with the toy that they were. I was like, yes, I love it. Yes. Okay. So I'm maybe. I'd have to go work on Forky. I don't want to just do it live right here and do him terribly. So I'd have to go work on him. Let's see. Brian, you forgot to talk about gaming videos. Any changes to those videos on the channel? I've really been debating about what to do with those. I know they don't fit in the direction that I'm going with this. And if I do them on the channel, I feel like they have to be Disney games. And I'm going to be real honest. Aside from a few select individual titles, most Disney games aren't viewed very well in the general public's eye for not really being very good games. And they don't really disagree with them most of the time. I did make an exception for Disneyland Adventures because I actually thought that one was really fun. I was not really a big fan of Rush that I tried, and I'm going to be honest, Kingdom Hearts just gives me a headache. The gameplay is fun, but also there's just so many cutscenes that I can't keep up with, and I'm like, who's this again? It's just more people with zippers. What's with all the zippers? But yeah. I really like the first Kingdom Hearts, and after that, they just start hurting my brain. If I understood the story, I think I'd like it a lot more. But I'm so confused because I know this is going to sound a little generalization and stuff, and I don't mean it to be this way, but it kind of is. Every anime character, I think, looks the same, and I can't tell them apart, and I'm like, who is this? I don't really know. And it just freaks my brain out. So, and then even in the Disney movies, I'm just like, okay, I want to do more, and I'm just sitting here watching the movie, but not as well animated. So come on. So that's why I haven't touched Kingdom Hearts in a while. And I feel like I've done everything I can do in Disneyland Adventures. I had been considering for a while moving them to Twitch and just doing some streaming stuff with that so I could do more. Like maybe doing like Untitled Goose Game. Since there's no voices in the game, I'd like do all the voices for it and stuff like that. And just kind of make up voices as we go along and things like that. I had considered that, but I haven't really come to terms with whether or not I want to do that or not. Because video games have kind of become like my escape. Like that's kind of what I do when I just want to relax and chill. And I don't really know if I want to make those associated with work anymore. Just so that, unless I did like impressions or something, that's fine. But you know, you got those things you do to relax, and you don't really want to necessarily work with those. So, I don't know. So basically, video games. I don't think there's going to be any more video games happening on the channel for sure. However, that doesn't mean they're gone forever. I'm still considering this whole Twitch thing. So we'll see. We'll see. I needed a cough drop. Make sure my voice is good. Let's see. Ootsy and Bootsy at the drive-thru. Who's Ootsy and Bootsy? I don't even know. Let's see. Yes, I'm not the only one who feels like that about anime. You're not alone. You're not alone. And I'm sorry for all the anime fans out there. I'm sure these stories are amazing. Everybody gets mad whenever I mention I don't really watch anime. And they take it as like a, oh, they're the most amazing movies that have ever been made and all of these things. And I'm sure that they're wonderful films. And I'm sure that there are some great ones out there. I can't get into them. Even like Spirited Away, that's won an Academy Award for Best Animated Feature. I watched it and I walked away going, that was a little trippy, but it was pretty good. Like that was really all I had to say about it. I hate saying that the art style really affects it for me, even if the storytelling is great. Because I often get mad when people say that about like claymation or hand-drawn animation. But I gotta be honest, it does. So I gotta suck it up and just say, you know what, I get it. I get it. There's just some art styles that aren't for everybody because I just can't get into anime. The closest I can get is Pokemon, and even then, I don't give a flip about the people in Pokemon. I just care about the Pokemon themselves because I like animals, and there's a lot of cool creative designs of Pokemon. And dang it, after Sword and Shield came out, I really got back into Pokemon. So that's as close as I can get to anime, and even then, all the hardcore anime fans go like, "That's not real anime." That's probably why I like it. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the anime fans out there. I'm not knocking the genre in and of itself. I think it's great that you love it. I'm sure there's amazing content in there. It's just not for me. You guys enjoy as much as you want, and I'm not going to look down on anime at all. Let's see. You like Ratatouille? Absolutely. There's a lot of Ratatouille questions on here. Yes, I love Ratatouille. I was about to say, there's not a single Pixar film that I dislike. Then I thought about Cars 2. Never mind, there's Cars 2. There's Cars 2. Don't really like that one. But even then, I don't hate it as much as everybody else. I'm just kind of like, oh, yeah, that thing exists. Let's forget that. Yeah, even Good Dinosaur. I know everyone hates Good Dinosaur. Maybe I have a better look on it just because I knew what it was going into it. That the whole reason they did this was just to get a reverse boy and his dog story. Yeah, it's definitely not Pixar's best, but I had fun with it, and I still pull it out from time to time. Cars 2, no, I saw it, I'm done, I don't need to watch it again. Although I do quote things from it from time to time. If you can meet any voice actor, who would it be? Oh, no. That's a good question. I don't know. Because I have met quite a few. So far, my favorite's been Jess Harnell. Jess Harnell he was such a sweet guy. To this day, I can't forget me meeting Jess Harnell. And I wasn't even the biggest Animaniacs fan, just more like how nice he was to me and how just cool he was. He's just amazing. Y'all, if you ever meet Jess Harnell, just he's just awesome. He's just so nice. What's your opinion on Frozen 2? Definitely not as good as the first one, but still good. I didn't love it. I was like, okay, that was fun. I liked the music a lot. There were some good points in there, but like the whole climax was so anticlimactic to me. I was like, when the big stuff, the climax happened, I'm like, okay, when's the real climax gonna happen? Oh wait, that's it? That's it? It just kind of felt really disjointed. Like they had so many great ideas in Frozen 2. I just didn't think any of them were explored well enough. And except for stuff with Elsa. Elsa's stuff was all really good. Anna had some good stuff. Kristoff, they had no idea what to do with. Olaf, he had some great moments. Him retelling the story of Frozen, by far my favorite part in the movie. But other than that, yeah, he was totally just there. T-Scream 80. I bet Brian uses Copper Raja. You are so right. It's like you know me. Oh. For those of y'all who don't know, in Pokemon Sword and Shield, there's a new Pokemon called Copper Raja, who is based on an elephant. So yes, I specifically, when I started my game of Pokemon Sword, and I saw Qfent at the very beginning, I was like, you're going to be on my team. Strictly because you're an elephant, you go on my team. That's why Don Fan, for the longest time, has taken my second favorite Pokemon spot, strictly because he's based on an elephant. He's been there for that long, strictly because of elephant. And now Copper Raja just bounced right up there. And I'm like, yep, there, okay. You're on my team. Let's do this. So, yeah, he's up there. Surprisingly, he wasn't the Pokemon I used the most, though. Surprisingly, the Pokemon I used the most throughout the whole game was Dreadnought. I don't know why. I really just liked Dreadnought. How Wheezy, opinion on Cars 3? Excuse me. Definitely way better than 2. And I kind of like it more than 1. So it was definitely, none of the Cars movies I like straight up adore. But I think Cars 3 was probably the best out of all of them. But yeah, it was fun. I either like it slightly more or just as good as the first one. That one, I enjoyed Cars 3. I never got into the Cars world that much, but I enjoyed it for what it was, aside from Cars 2. I try to forget that happened, just like Cars 3. I try to act like Cars 3 and forget it happened. There you go. There you go. All right. Are you going to be watching the new movie of Sonic the Hedgehog, the live-action movie of 2020 from Mr. Fulton Mraz? Yes, I will watch it. I know everybody wants to know my opinion on Sonic right now, and I'm just like, okay, the new design looks great. The old one was terrifying. Thank you for changing that. But do I think this movie's going to be good? No, I feel like it's going to be middle-of-the-road kind of meh movie. But it is nice to see, Sonic in a movie. I like Sonic enough. Like, I haven't played an insane amount of games. I remember playing Sonic Adventure Battle 2 on the GameCube. And I remember playing, like, the original Sonic game on my parents' PC when I was growing up. And that's really it. And then Sonic in Smash Bros. That's really about all my Sonic experience is. And I remember watching some of the cartoon when I was a kid. But yeah, I'm like, okay, it's cool to see Sonic get in a movie, but apparently this is like a whole thing now. I realized whenever they changed the design and everything, but now everyone's like, oh my gosh, aren't you so excited to see Sonic now? I'm like, more excited than I was when he looked terrifying, but I still think the movie just looks okay. It's not going to be amazing. It might be amazing. It might blow me out of the water, but right now I'm just kind of sitting there going, it looks like a middle-of-the-road family movie. We'll see. Gotcha Wolf 668. Will Brizzy Voices come back? Of course she will. She will definitely come back. We're talking about a project now, but she's really busy right now, so we will get to that project later. And what's your opinion on Fox and the Hound? I really like Fox and the Hound. I think it's fun. Fritz Roll 732. 2 questions. 1, thoughts on the Owl House? Never seen it. I've seen like a trailer for it, and that's about it. 2, have you heard of the YouTuber Black Griffin? Yep. I would personally love to see you guys do a collab together. Maybe. He does mainly singing celebrities, so I don't know how well that would work. I know he does some Disney stuff, but I don't know. Maybe. I'm not going to say no, but I just don't know what we would do that would really would benefit both sides to like make a really cool video, you know? Sophia S., what's your opinion on Rise of Skywalker? I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people hated it, and I know a lot of people have been freaking out about this whole new trilogy. And my whole deal with the trilogy is, yeah, it was disjointed. Yeah, it didn't really make sense. Overarching. But I had fun with it. Even all 3 movies I liked. All 3 movies I had fun with. All 3 movies had some dumb stuff, but they also had some really cool stuff. So, basically at the end of the day, I just said, please don't be as bad as the prequels. And I don't think they were. So, as long as they're better than the prequels, I'm happy. And I really think that they were. A lot of people will beg to disagree with me, and that's totally cool. You're definitely allowed to have your opinion on that. But I had fun with it. But then again, I also don't go crazy into all the Star Wars lore like a lot of people do. I'm like, I just want a fun space adventure. If you give me that, I'm happy. And I felt like they gave me that. Just a fun space adventure is really all I want. Let's see. How many times have you been to Disney in your life? Disneyland, I go at least 30 times a year, probably more than that. So yeah. And then Disney World, I try to go at least a couple times a year. So probably total at least 100 between Disneyland and World and Disneyland Paris and all that. Let's see. Are you going to watch a new season of Star Wars The Clone Wars? I will after I watch the other Clone Wars because I've never actually watched Clone Wars before. That's the one part of Star Wars that I've never watched. I've watched the original trilogy, the prequels, the new stuff, Mandalorian, Rebels, Star Wars Rebels, Rogue One, Solo, but I have not watched that. I've even seen that really weird Christmas special from the 80s. That's a trip right there. That was nuts. But yeah, all that I've seen Star Wars wise, but I have not watched Clone Wars. I've seen a few episodes. I started watching it, but I haven't finished it. But yes, I have every intention of watching the new Clone Wars after I get through all the old Clone Wars. So there we go. Thoughts on Space Jam 2? Do you like the original? Space Jam 2, I'm like, sure, why not? It's all just cashing in on nostalgia at this point. Space Jam 1, I like for just fun, stupid reasons. It's like, I'm not going to sit here. A lot of people try to claim this is like some cinematic masterpiece, and I'm like, no, it's just a fun movie with the Looney Tunes and Michael Jordan. I will admit, I've never cared for the basketball aspect just because I don't give two flips about sports. But any excuse to bring back the Looney Tunes, I'm all for. I just want to see the Looney Tunes do Looney Tunes stuff again, and if they got to be playing basketball to do it, well, then they're playing basketball to do it. I just want to see the Looney Tunes characters do stuff and come back. And better than that Looney Tunes show back in the late 2000s, I was not a fan of that. I was not a fan. Not a fan of that. So if you give me Looney Tunes, like the legit Looney Tunes, I'm happy. And if they got to be playing basketball, that's cool. I'm cool with that. Have you seen the Phineas and Ferb Star Wars special? I don't. I feel like I have. It's like I went through and like binged all the Phineas and Ferb that I possibly could. And I don't remember the Star Wars one, but it's in there, so I feel like I binged it. It was part of the binge. I feel like I need to go watch that episode in particular, and I feel like as I'm watching it, I might remember seeing it a bit more. But I definitely want to go back and rewatch it because I found something that reminded me of it, and I was like, oh yeah, did I watch this one? I know I watched the Marvel stuff, but did it? Was the Star Wars one on there? I was on a streaming service that wasn't Disney Plus because I did this before Disney Plus was a thing, and I don't remember if that was on there. It might have been one of those that weren't. Do you think they'll mention Kobe Bryant in Space Jam 2? I have no idea. I really don't. I'm really the wrong person to ask about that. I mean, if you want me to think what Looney Tunes are going to show up in the movie, I can help there. But when it's like what basketball player is going to be in there, I haven't the foggiest. I know literally nothing about basketball except the names Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and Dirk Nowitzki. And the only reason I know Dirk is because he was a Dallas Maverick, and my dad made me go to the games of his every so often, and he wouldn't quit yelling, Dirk, Dirk, Dirk! Or I think he was, or somebody we were with was yelling Dirk. Somebody was yelling Dirk. I don't remember if it was my dad or not, but somebody was yelling Dirk. And for the longest time, I thought his name was Dirt. And I was like, what mean parent would name his kid Dirt? And then I realized it was Dirk. And I was like, oh, okay. That's my extent of basketball knowledge is that. So I haven't the foggiest. Even when I watch, here's the deal. This is how little I know about basketball. When I watch Space Jam 1, I only recognize Michael Jordan. Even then, the only reason I recognize Michael Jordan is because everyone says his name. I had never seen Michael Jordan before Space Jam. I had heard his name, but I'd never seen his face. And then, literally every other basketball player in that movie, I have no clue who they are. Not the foggiest. So, I'm the last person you should be asking about what they're gonna mention and who's gonna be in the movie. I'm gonna be honest. The only reason I'm gonna watch Space Jam 2 is for the Looney Tunes. The basketball, they could take the basketball out, and I'd be just as happy. When is the Queen video coming out? You mean Bohemian Rhapsody? That is coming out next month. It has been shot. It is being edited, and I should be getting a rough cut of the edited version this weekend, so we can start making some hardcore cuts. I can go through and make the final audio, and we can make this thing amazing. I'm so excited, y'all. This is no longer something like, I'm eventually going to get to it. It's like, no, it's going. It's been shot. It's being made. It's in production. So, yeah. Yeah, LeBron James is the lead in Space Jam 2. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah, I knew that. Opinion on The Lion King, it is my favorite movie of all time. So, that's my thoughts on it. My opinion on The Lion King, it's my favorite movie of all time. Brian, Marvel or DC? Definitely Marvel. And if so, impressions by any of them? I've done a whole Marvel video. Done multiple Marvel videos. Brian, are you hyped for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 featuring Japanese Spider-Man? I had no idea Japanese Spider-Man was going to be in it. But I love Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse #1. So I'm definitely going to go to #2. It's going to be fun. Are any of your tour dates in Houston? I don't have tour dates. There's tour dates? I didn't know I was doing a tour. That's news to me. The last tour I did was in Germany, Switzerland, and Austria. And even then, it wasn't me putting it on. It was Disney. I've never gone on tour as far as like just me. I didn't know there were tour dates. That's news. That's news to me. There you go. Do people confuse you for Haley Joel Osment? I've never gotten that one before. Funny story, I was at the Disney store once. It was actually not that long ago. It was right before Christmas. And I heard some people whispering and pointing at me. And that's happened lots of times. And it's like, oh, yeah. I know exactly what this is. They recognize me. Okay, no big deal. And I could overhear them talking. They weren't really good at this. I think maybe they were trying to get me. But they thought I was James Corden. They straight up thought I was James Corden. I was this close to walking up to them and just going, hello, you figured me out. I am James Corden. Come on, come to my car. I've got carpool karaoke. I promise you, it's not pulled on a trolley. It's not pulled by what's it called? A tow truck this time. I'm actually going to drive it. Come on, let's go. Oh my gosh. I wanted to do that so bad. I didn't, but I totally wanted to do it. Have you seen Star Wars Resistance? I assume you mean have I ridden like Star Wars Rise of the Resistance at Disneyland or Disney World? Yes, I have. I've rode it in both World and Land. I've ridden it in both. Y'all, I have a hard time calling that a ride. I can't call it a ride. That's a full-on experience. And do yourselves a favor. I know what all of y'all are about to do. You're all going to go onto YouTube and go find a ride through and like watch from their perspective. Don't do that. Don't do that. Go in knowing nothing. That's what I did. And that first experience I will have for the rest of my life. Because I had no idea what was coming. And I was like, ooh, that's amazing. I was just in shock and in awe like the whole time. Just, wow, I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. I just can't believe what I'm seeing right now. So, do not look up anything. Go in knowing nothing. And you're going to have the time of your life. You really are. And after riding it twice, I will say this. Also, go with people who will have fun with it. And like totally be immersed into the ride and stuff. Because I went once with my friends. And that was amazing. That was the first time I went. Incredible stuff. But then I went by myself. And I was stuck with a group that were being kind of jerkwads. And, you know, they were just, you know, making fun of it the whole time. Yeah. We waited all day for this. It's like, come on. Get sucked into the immersion. Suspend your disbelief for a second. And, it was just, when you go with people who are going to have fun with it, it's insane. So make sure you go with people who are going to have fun. That's the best. Douglas J. Falcon, thank you. Hi, do you like I Can't Wait to Be King from Lion King movie? Do you sing it often? Can you sing it now, please? I do sing it sometimes. I do sing it sometimes. It's definitely not my favorite song from the movie. It's probably one of my least favorite songs from the movie, but it's still fun. That's like saying it's my least favorite kind of pizza. I love pizza. I do that all the time, so it's all good. It's just, it's not my favorite, but I like it, and I will definitely sing it from time to time. I probably won't sing it now just because I'm trying to rest my voice. If you notice, I'm not doing a whole lot of impressions. I'll do a few. But for the most part, I'm trying not to, because earlier this week, I was really fighting some postnasal drip, which is my enemy. So I don't need to do too bad. Too bad. Lion Guard season 4. I'd actually say leave it where it ended. I think where they ended it was great. We don't really need any more. I think that's it. You know, it's good. They completed the story arc. We don't need to know anymore. And if they added more, it wasn't. I'd be fine if they wanted to add more. But do we really need it? I don't think so. I don't. Hi Brian, as a YouTuber, do you get an invitation to VidCon London this February? Nope. I haven't gotten an invitation to VidCon America though. VidCon doesn't really care about me. And I don't mean that like in a bad way or anything like that. It's just every time I go to VidCon or every time I've been invited to VidCon, it like takes a lot to like pry it out of them to be like, "Hey, I'm here. You could use me." But, you know, I really have to push to get in there, you know. Red Raccoon, have you seen the Descendants trilogy? Yes, I have. It's a Disney Channel original series. I don't really have a high view of the DCOM movies. There's a couple that I like, and this one's like, okay, it's there. I kind of like the concept, but it's definitely not a movie for me. But I've seen them all. I've seen them all just because I'm curious about what all the stuff is with it. And I've done some Descendants promotion on this channel because it's like, for what it is, I can see the audience who it's for, and it's not for me. But, you know, it's fun, I guess. Let's see. What is your favorite movie, Lion King? Do you play Roblox? Nope. Please say hello to me, please. Hello, Lily. Lily Fruge. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Hi, Brian. Love your channel. Keep it up. My question for you is, what live-action remake would you like to see? I'd like to see a Treasure Planet remake because they need to take something that didn't get a really good box office review and didn't really have... It had a lot of issues with it, but had a solid core to its story. So keep the core and change everything else and make it a really cool movie. So Atlantis. Not Atlantis. Treasure Planet. But if you did it with Atlantis, I wouldn't be mad either. Quit remaking this good stuff. Like the really good stuff. Treasure Planet had a good core, but a lot of dumb stuff on top of it. So take out the dumb stuff, keep the core, and make the core better. That's how you could help that. And what's your opinion on the Lion King 2019 remake? I actually had fun with it. I really liked it. I acknowledge all the problems that people had with Lion King, the live action remake. I totally understand where you're coming from. There's a lot of issues with it. All the issues you acknowledge. I agree with you. I agree that these are some serious issues, but they don't bother me. I can look past it and just enjoy the movie for what it is. But is it anywhere near as good as the original? No. But the original movie is my favorite movie of all time, so very biasly, I'm just going to love the story. I've just come to the fact that no matter how this story is presented to me, whether it be hand-drawn animation, realistic CG, Broadway, Lion King 1.5, where you see like just half the story, I don't care how the story is presented to me. If you give me this story, I'm just going to have fun with it regardless. So, yeah, that's it. Let's see. I can be on about 5 more minutes, and then I gotta go. Oswald or Mickey? Definitely Mickey. I love Oswald, but yeah, definitely Mickey. Opinion on the Mulan trailer? I'm actually really excited about Mulan. I know a lot of people are mad about it, but they're mad because it's changing too much. That's what a remake is supposed to do. It's supposed to give its own spin on it, not just take the movie and make it exactly how it was before, just slightly different. So, you want to take out all the songs? Fine. You want to take out Mushu? Fine. Make it original. Make it its own story. Like I said, I'm friends with the director of the original animated Mulan. And I remember him saying that they were fighting with the studio because they didn't want it to be a musical at the beginning. They eventually made it work. But originally they were fighting the idea. So maybe they're going back to like the original version of this that was never meant to be a musical in the first place. I'd actually really like to see that. So is it going to be different? Yes, but I think that's a good thing. So I'm actually excited about Mulan. It's kind of like I was excited for the Dumbo movie because of that reason. Granted, they didn't do anything too original with it, and it just ended up being Free Willy with elephants. But I will give it respect that it at least tried to do something different and like started the film with Dumbo flying as opposed to ending it with him flying. What impressions can you do from Family Guy? None, because I don't watch Family Guy. I do not like that show. Can you do Stitch, please? Oh, hello, my name Stitch. Aloha. I should have said aloha. Let's see. Brian, do you know about Miraculous? No, I do not. Let's see. Ooh, they just went nuts. Please say hello to me. Hello, Jamie Whitfield. There you go. Hi, Brian. Can I get a shout out? Hello, Lucra Eliassen. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. Is this really Brian Hall? Yes, it's really me. I'm surprised I have to say that. What is your icon on Disney Plus? Here we go. This is stuff that has broken up households. Not really. That would be horrendous if your household really broke up because of profile pictures. But my icon on Disney Plus is Dumbo. I debated a long time to what I wanted, but I picked Dumbo. Do you or do you not like Mark Hamill? Yeah, I like Mark Hamill. He's awesome. I got no beef with Mark Hamill. Do you play Skyrim? I have bought Skyrim, but I have not actually played it yet. I keep getting hooked on another game. But I definitely want to play it. I just haven't done it yet. Donald or Mickey? Mickey. Opinion on zombies, like the Disney Channel movie or like actual zombies? The Disney Channel movie I never saw. Actual zombies, depending on the movie, I sometimes like them. I do like a couple of zombie apocalypse things. For a long time I was hooked on The Walking Dead, but they've kind of lost me now. I haven't really gotten on it in a while. Let's see. Thank you for the shout out and you pronounced my name good enough. I'll take it. Can you say hello to me? Hello, Bella Beauties. And do you like The Jungle Book? Absolutely. It is my third favorite Disney movie of all time. And when I say The Jungle Book, I mean the original 1967 classic. I love that one. And not to say that I dislike the Jon Favreau one, but yeah, the animated one is just far better. I don't know anybody who thinks that the live-action remakes are better than the animated ones. So, as long as we can all agree that all the animated films are better than the live-action ones, we're good. I can't think of a single one that did it better. Not a single one. Can you do Gollum?
Yes, precious. We can do Gollum.
He was actually one of the first voices I learned. He was fun. Who is your celebrity crush? Anna Kendrick. She can sing, and she's nerdy, and I'm like, what's up, girl? If you're single, let's go get some ice cream or something. Let's play some Pokemon together or something like that. Let's go sing together. That would be fun. Whew. Yeah, I think Anna Kendrick's just absolutely gorgeous. I love her singing voice and everything like that. Yeah, she's definitely my celebrity crush. There you go. Live action Chicken Little, don't you dare. Don't you dare. That already gets too much attention. Let's see. Can you do Mandalorian impressions? Maybe? I have to go watch the whole series again. I forget his name. What's the name of the little dude? He's like, I have spoken. I did his voice terribly. I've never tried to do his voice before. I have to go study it, but I love that guy. And then, of course, Baby Yoda. He doesn't really talk, but I could at least learn some of those baby noises he does. So there you go. Is this real or a dream? You said my name. Yep, I did. Let's see. Let's see. I guess Brian is single. Yep, I'm single. I am single. Ladies out there, I am single. Hello. Yeah, I am single right now. I've been single for a while. I haven't actually been trying to date for a while. I got out of the last relationship I got out of was a little rough. So I just wanted to take some time, work on me, figure me out. I know that's like such a stereotypical thing to say, but I really did. I was not in a good place. If you guys saw the what it's like to be a YouTuber, I talked about it in there a little bit. But yeah, I was not good for a long time, so I had to go get some stuff worked out. And I don't mean just from the relationship. I meant a lot of stuff before that. Just for some reason, when she broke up with me, when she broke up with me, it definitely just brought some of that to my attention, and just kind of showed me, oh, I have some stuff to work on. So that's what I did. But yeah, that one was a little tough. Okay, be quiet. I have like timers set up for me throughout the day. Absolutely. Brian, do you know about Miraculous? You guys have already asked me that. I have no idea what it is. So no, I don't know about Miraculous. What was the first thing you watched on Disney Plus? The Timon and Pumbaa show, because for the love of Pete, I have been trying to buy the episodes of Timon and Pumbaa show for literally years. I could not find them. I wanted all the episodes, and Disney would not let me have them. And then they came on Disney Plus, and I was like, watching them all. I watched every single episode before I did anything else. That was fun. Do you know about Psych TV show? I know of it, but have never watched it. Do you watch Markiplier videos? Sometimes. I do not recommend them for kids, though, because there is a lot of cursing. I feel like I have to say that as a family-friendly YouTuber. I enjoy the content, but you gotta know up front, it's not family-friendly. If you're too young for that, don't watch him. Okay? Don't do that. Let's see. Harry Potter opinion. I like Harry Potter. I think it's fun. I'm not as hardcore about it as a lot of other people are. I'm definitely more hardcore towards the Disney realm, but I do truly enjoy Harry Potter. I've watched all of the movies multiple times. I've started reading excuse me. I started reading one of the books. No, I've read one of the books all the way through on audiobook, and I started the second one, but then there was an issue with the book, and I never finished it. But I do need to finish that. Let's see. Do you like any non-Disney shows? Oh, yeah, I have lots of non-Disney shows that I watch. Excuse me. We talked about quite a few on here. Let's see. What's up with the podcast? I've already answered that earlier in this stream. Basically, as of right now, I don't foresee it coming back. I'm sorry that happened that way. I went through the whole story about how it got to that point earlier, and it's kind of a long story, so if you want to watch it happened pretty early at the beginning of this video, so you can go scroll back and watch that. See, do you like K-pop? Never listened to it and don't really care to. Do you like PewDiePie? Nah, not really. I watched a couple of his videos and I just couldn't get into them. Let's see. Okay, doing one more question, and then I am done with this one. Want to make sure that there's no more big questions about what's going on with the channel. Let's see. I don't see any. Let's see. Sorry, I really want to make sure, because the whole point of this live stream was to address y'all's question about what's going on the channel and moving forward. So I want to make sure that if there's one that I've missed that's been asked like a bunch of times, because I know y'all will do that, I want to make sure that I see that, because that's kind of what the whole thing is. Let's see. So I'm like trying to scan really fast because they go very quickly. See, a lot of these questions I've already answered. Okay. Yeah, everybody. Good night. Okay. Let's see. Someone asked if I like WWE. I don't know why. I think I know why everybody thinks I love WWE, but I'm going to be real clear right here, right now. I don't watch any sports whatsoever. I don't watch wrestling. I don't watch baseball. I don't watch football. I don't watch any sports at all. I am not interested in sports in any way, shape, or form. But apparently, the term Hulkamaniac was very similar to what a certain wrestler, I forget who it was it Hulk Hogan? I didn't know who this dude was until everybody told me about him. But they were like, yeah, didn't you get his name from him? I was like, no, I've never heard of this guy. Apparently, he calls his fans Hulkamaniacs. This name was actually suggested to me for Hulkamaniacs, and I liked it because it reminded me of the Animaniacs from the 90s. I had no clue about this man or the WWE in general, so I've actually had like wrestling podcasts reach out to me. Do you want to talk about what wrestling means to you? I was like, it means literally nothing because I've never watched it. And I don't know any wrestler until they go into acting. I did not know who John Cena was until he voiced Ferdinand in 2017, and I didn't know who The Rock was until he voiced the character in Planet 51. I don't know any sports people. Let's see. Okay, here's a good question about the channel. How many times a week will you be posting on your YouTube channel? Right now, I'm not 100% sure what the actual number is going to be. It's definitely not going to be 2 videos a week anymore. That's just too nuts to keep up with. I can't do that. So, it is probably going to go down to at max 1 a week, but I'm betting more realistically for the giant videos, it's going to be like once every other week kind of a thing. But I'm going to try to at least get something out once a week. That's kind of where I want to start and see if that's too much. Because now I'm like changing up my entire schedule to where I actually work normal hours. Before, for years, I was working like literally 50 to 60 hour weeks. I was burning myself out and everything else. It was a very unhealthy way to do this. So now I'm going to do it healthily, which means I work at this a lot less hours, but the time that I spend on it will be much more diligent. So, I'm going to say I don't really know, but we're going to aim for 1 video a week right now, and we'll see where we go from there. So yeah, that's it. So thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for your awesome questions. I'm sorry I can't get to them all, but there's literally no way I can answer every question. But I answered as many as I could. And just as a little reminder, thanks again to the sponsors of this live stream, Mickey Travels. If you guys want to book it as a vacation, go book it with Mickey Travels. They are amazing. I use them to book my Disneyland Paris one, and they're insanely awesome. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for coming. And bye. Be excited for all the new stuff happening on the channel. Woo! Bohemian Rhapsody is coming next week, y'all. Not next week. Let me be real clear. Not next week. Next month. February. It's coming out in February. All right. See you guys later. Bye.